and then we'll get on with the program. Thank you all for joining us. We are in for some serious Garveyism again today. So without any further ado, I'm going to call on, y'all might not be able to see the plant right here by me, but I'm going to pour libation. Libation is a form of universal prayer. We recognize all spiritual African sources, whether or not they're traditional or whether or not it's Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, or you name it, Ansar Set, Yoruba, Akan. We love all Africans. One God, one aim, one destiny. Without any further ado, we call on the right excellent Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey to come have his drink and to be with us as he said he would in the living whirlwind. We want to call Jacques Garvey to be with us. We want to call on Amy, on Henrietta Vinton Davis, on Queen Mother James. We want to call on Harriet Tubman. We want to call on Sojourner Truth. We want to call on Helen Burroughs. Notice that I'm top heavy on African sisters because we all come from African women, y'all. We want to call on Anna Julia Cooper. We want to call on Queen Slinger. We want to call on Nanny of the Maroons. We want to call on Lady Demeanor. We want to call on Alma Golden. And we want to call on Ruth Smith. And we want to call on Sadie Madison. And we want to call on Marcus Garvey Jr. And we want to call on all of the President Generals who served in the UNIAACL as officials. And we want to make sure that we're clear that our ancestors are living today. So we say Ashe, 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 oh, Ashe, oh. Brothers and sisters, as I said, we really practice African spiritualism, however you see it, however you come to it. We're striving for that universal oneness. So as I open today with some words and reflections, I want to make sure you're clear, not by might nor by power, but by the Spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. God of the right, our battles fight. Be with us as of yore, break down the barriers of might, and stand with us in the times of the struggles of the right, and spread confusion ever o'er the advocates of might. That might is only selfishness and cannot win. Endow us, Lord, with faith and grace and courage to endure the wrongs we suffer here pace, and bless us evermore. Aman Ra. Aman Ra. One God, one aim, one destiny. One God, one aim, one destiny. Brothers and sisters, the Universal Negro Improvement Association, the African Communities League, is a social, friendly, humanitarian, charitable, educational, institutional, constructive, and expansive society, and is founded by persons desiring to the utmost to work for the general uplift of the Negro African peoples of the world. And the members pledge themselves to do all in their power to conserve the rights of their noble race and to respect the rights of all woman and mankind, believing always in the sister and brotherhood of woman and man, and the motherhood and fatherhood of the Most High God is God. The motto of the organization is one God, one aim, and one destiny. Therefore, let justice be done to all womankind and mankind, realizing that if the strong oppresses the weak, confusion and discontent will ever mark the path of man, but with love, faith, and charity towards all, the wren of peace and plenty will be hurled into the world, and the generations of women and men shall be called blessed. Speaking in the tongue of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who's living in the flesh through all I and I who are on this, not only those of us that are active in the UNIA, but all Garveyites around the world that have the integrity to continue the works, words, and deeds going forward. Garvey said, a people without a knowledge of their past, history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Garvey said, liberate the minds of men, and ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men and women. God and nature first made us what we are, and then out of our own creative genius, we make ourselves who we want to be. Follow always that great law. Let the sky and God be our limit, and eternity our measurement. So brothers and sisters, I see my brother Congo's calling me, and I'm gonna check out what he's calling me for because we're waiting on him to come on. But at the same token, that kind of ends our opening. So we say one God. One God. One aim. One aim. One destiny. One destiny. I'd like to turn the mic over to Queen Mother, our Secretary General, Honorable Mary Bota just after we have some drumming that's going to be done by Sister Connie. So if we could pull that up now, and then we'll go into the Secretary General, and I'll just mute myself and find out how I can assist my brother Congo.
This is drumming first. It's drumming.
I fed them.
Ashe.
I say.
That was my son. Well, you could tell. He kind of looks like me.
I say.
That was
Mary
great,
Bolton.
Connie.
Sister Mary
Yes.
Bota.
Hey, bro,
Yes.
It's your turn. Come on.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
It is just great. It was great being in class with these wonderful graduates. All these graduates, I see them on the screen.
You trying to give me
money
Sorry,
for everything. Like,
everybody, Chief Black, Constance Joy, Theresa, Brother Chief Black, and Brother Jabari Shaw. It was just wonderful being in the class with them for all of these months. And we went through everything together. So I'm going to expect miracles from the graduates, especially after you are inducted into this very holy, very sacred society founded by our own Dr. David Horn, our international organizer. And I'm gonna bring him on right now to tell you the importance of the Marcus Garvey Honor Society and the importance of this day. Thank you so much. Dr. David Horn, our international organizer and founder of the Garvey Honor Society.
Good evening and good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I have to think about it. I'm in
Yes.
California.
Yes.
I'm in California right now. To all the Garveyites and Pan-Africanists, the culmination of all the efforts of the UNIA must end in Negro independent nationalism on the continent of Africa. That is to say, everything must contribute toward the final objective of having a powerful nation for the African race. African nationalism is necessary, it is political power, and it is control. Congratulations to all of you who have taken the latest version of the course of African philosophy. You are now ready to continue on that path. I congratulate you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Horn. Now I want the President General, the Honorable Akili and Malik and Nkrumah are the President General and Administrator of UNIAACLRC 2020 to come on and introduce his students. Will tell them and us what they got out of the class. Brother Professor Akili and Nkrumah.
What's up, everyone? I am truly honored to have shared the weeks and months with these minds. It was enlightening, and it also contributes to the continued development of Pan-Africanism based on Garvey. And I say that because many people still try to say Garvey wasn't a Pan-Africanist. So that the world can understand, Garvey was more than a Pan-Africanist. He was a universal African nationalist. He believed in a nation for all African people. Therefore, at his time, that may not have been a title that he used, but it was still a part of the fundamental foundation for what needed to happen and what we still work for today, a nation for African people unified, one country, not 54 or 55, but one, that therefore builds the type of military and governmental structures that address the needs of African people all over the world. We want to address the needs of African people in Haiti, in St. Croix, the Virgin Islands, in Australia. Oh yeah, all over the world, we want to address the needs and purposes and necessities of African people. So to my students, one, Jabari Shaw, President, Division 510. Queen Ari Lau, Division 510. Chief Black, Vice President, Division 510. Carla Betts, Division 369. Constance Du Bois, Division 369. And Theresa Thornton, Division 369. I am honored to have been your teacher and to be a part of this induction and to the Honor Society. Letting you know that the work that you now are committed to is to continue development of the society, and also the work that you must do committed to building brick and mortar university on the West Coast. You're not just a graduate. You don't just get to sit down now and wallow in your fame. You get to go to work. You get to go to work because we have more to do.
Yes.
Because the work of building one unified government, the work of building a government that's based on African democratic principles and on an African philosophy that unifies us regardless of the differences and regardless of the splinters that came from us through the forced incarceration, A, by the Arabs, B, by the white man. Understand, we recognize that, and we must move forward. And now you have a role in order to do that. I next get the opportunity to introduce to you who's going to provide us with a poem. And so Brother Chief Black can turn his camera on so we can see that manly face. It's his turn to give his poem. Brother Chief Black.
Chief Black, are you with us?
I apologize. Greetings. If I hear it correctly, what we got out of class, correct?
No, your poem.
Oh. Excuse me. I was at a Black Family Love event, some of the elders of the community. Can you hear me all right, everyone?
Yes.
All right. All right. Though the battle is long and there's much to overcome, we pay homage to our great warrior of the revolution. Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, and Bob Marley put their heart in the fight for our people to be free. They took a stand to lead in a revolutionary way, attacking evil in the land for us to live today. Martin Delany, Ida B. Wells, and Booker T fought using education for us to have our liberty. Caspar Yaga of Veracruz, Toussaint Louverture of Haiti, led movements to defeat invasions of the European slavery. And we are ever so thankful for those who fought for civil rights. Fannie Lou Hamer, Malcolm X, and Frederick Douglass all earned their stripes. Their mission was tedious and the times were tough. We thank God that our ancestors never gave up. Now, you could be a Maroon or a member of the SNCC, or create a Quilombo like the great Ganga Zumbi. You have to learn about our story to know what they do. Study your Black history and your culture and share it with your siblings too. Like the Tuskegee Airmen. Lace up your boots. Serve the people like the Black Panther Party. And feed the youth. Step up to the front line like the Buffalo Soldiers. And you're gonna earn your salute. Like Dr. Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, and Sojourner Truth. Come be a part of the revolutionary family tree. And come join our troops. Thank you.
Ashe, brother.
Ashe.
Ashe. So,
Ashe.
yeah, thank you, Chief Black. So, PG, correct me if I'm wrong. I am to make my remarks now, or we go to Carla? Because
No, we go to Carla, and then you can make your remarks,
okay.
and then we have the students make their remarks.
Okay.
Okay?
All
Carla,
right. Sister Carla, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
look at that smile.
Just a little something I put together. Based it on my girl Angie Stone's song, Brother. He is my king, he is my one. Yes, he's my father, yes, he's my son. I can talk to him, 'cause he understands everything I go through and everything I am. He's my support system, won't live without him. The best thing since sliced bread is his mind, his word, his heart, his trying. And I just want the whole world to know I love my Black brother, strong brother. There is no one above you ever. I'll love you forever true. Oh, you're my strong brother. I'll never, ever desert you, 'cause you're my Black brother. I'm there for you forever true. And I just gonna stop right there.
Well, whoa.
Oh, Ashe.
Okay.
Both to you and Brother Chief Black. Senghor, when you make your remarks, we will then, before we go to David Hornchel for the ceremony, have the students make their comments on what they got out of the class. So I'm gonna go to you first, please.
Yes, sir. But let me clear up these tears.
Yeah, from the song,
Carla,
the poem, the drumming.
Carla, we love you, dear. And I was like you was singing to me alone. I know you're singing to all brothers and all fathers and all sons. But that was sweet. I really appreciate it. Look out now. I'm gonna tell Mama Kathy we got another singing bird in the Garvey circle.
And I cut it short, so there's more.
Yeah, and we gonna make
We want to hear it all at some point. Trust me.
Hey, be prepared, and you're gonna be on microphone. We might even put some music behind you in the Virgin Islands. But anyway, we're gonna move forward. So,
Oh my goodness.
y'all know Marcus Garvey had humor in everything he did in order to keep his sanity until we woke up, and we do the same. We don't play. We laugh, love, and we're looking for you to come back home to your true roots and culture. As Brother Chief Black so kindly said in his poem, that it ain't no time to mess around. The ancestors been waiting and watching, and it are in many of us. And those of us that's in it, that got the ancestors in us, we serious about moving forward. Without any further ado, though, serving you as the First Assistant President General of the UNIAACLRC2020 under the leadership of our dear brother Achille Nkrumah, we don't like to make errors, but we have made them. We're human beings. Our brother Tony Stamp, best known as Congo Africa, may or may not be on with us now. He was trying to get on. He said he never got the link. I sent it to him, but that's okay because he already did his due. He's already a student. Back several years ago, he took the course of African philosophy. And when we did our first graduation and inductees into the Hall of Fame, unfortunately, we missed our brother Congo, how we did that, because Congo didn't even scream. He's a very humble brother, but for real, we apologize to him, but we wanted to make sure he got his due props out in the world so everybody could see that he's not only a seasoned UNIA active member of Division 330 and vice president, and has served in many capacities and grew up in Jamaica, and really is from Panama, but he's travels, but he's also the co-sponsor of our Freedom Fridays with our president, Baba Mosi, who's on the line. If Congo is not on, Baba Mosi may be able to share a few words later on after the other inductees, but we wanted to make sure that we brought him up to speed. So he will be one of the inductees in the latter part of the program. But I want y'all to know Congo is a long distance runner, Garveyite. He don't take no prisoners. He called me up all the time. PG, don't you know you should do this, do this? Oh, is the PG gonna do this? He talking about Achille now. He still called me PG sometimes because I served as PG. But the reality is Tony's always been on the case for the race for the last 10, 12, 15, probably 20 years. But we really are proud to have him come into the and officially be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So without any further ado, I'm gonna turn it back over to
Excuse me, I'm sorry. My battery is about to die of like 2%. I'm trying to log on with another phone.
Okay, we'll wait on you, and if not, Chris, you giving it back to me, you tossing it to me, Senghor?
Yeah, I was about to toss it back to you because I want to remind brothers and sisters though that this is probably the last word you're gonna hear from me, but other than MCing, but I want to make sure everybody's real clear that this is serious business. A lot of people think that they read the book that they got the deal, but that's not what's happening. It's spiritual. There is no physical without spiritual. And Baba Achille Nkrumah was taught this course by the Honorable Thomas W. Harvey, who sat at the feet, took the course directly from Marcus Garvey. And then not only that, he incubated under Charles L. James, who taught me the course of African philosophy and also served under the Right Excellent Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So we just want to make it clear, brothers and sisters, we want everybody to read their way up, but don't just read the course of African philosophy. Come on board with us. And this honor society is not just people who read the course and took the course from those who took the course, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So without any further ado, President General.
Sante, part of, and before I introduce David or bring David Horn back, and Chief Black, do you have any problems talking now to what you got from the course? Because
no sir, all good.
Go right ahead, sir. I'll start with you. Your comments, sir. Where'd you go?
All right. The course of African philosophy, it was very it fine-tuned my approach as far as addressing many social, economics, and moral situations within our people. It really gave us the pathway that the elders took and our ancestors took, and really got to a deeper depth of what really took place during the middle of the change, middle of the revolution, middle of making sure that people understood we were serious about Black power. And Marcus Garvey was one of the first that took it from, way beyond just Black people uprising, burning down a plantation. He went to developing strategically a culture and a philosophy for folks to follow for generations and generations to come. So, the course of African philosophy definitely shaped my view as to a clear understanding of the depth of oppression that we went through as a people, and to how to accurately approach solutions, considering now you understand the bigger picture in a clear sight. And taking it from one of the most prominent leaders such as Marcus Garvey, and those that have been loyal to the red, black, and green philosophy and the philosophy of the UNIAA, it was a great enhancement to be able to participate in, especially going to LA and just putting on a lot of community events and representing and just getting deeper into the message of the people.
Sante Sana.
Yeah.
Sante Sana, brother. Sister Queen Ari, are you able to speak now? I'm trying to do male, female. So are you coming? You're muted, sister.
Okay,
There you go.
can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay. I just want to say thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate y'all taking your time out to do this graduation ceremony. So for me, I got so much out of the class, but what really stuck with me is just to see the different social conditions that we had to experience during the time of Marcus Garvey, and to now, we still see some of those same issues coming up for us today. And those are some of the same things that we have to work on to fix. And so this course really helped me understand who Marcus Garvey was, and his mindset, where he came from, and like what he wanted to do for our race in total. What he has done, he has definitely paved the way for us. So it's just really easier for us to really or for me to implement some of those things into the work that I'm doing today. I see those same issues. So I'm just really trying to apply that knowledge that I learned into the real world, and trying to really organize our people to be more unified culturally and as one, So I think that's what I got. And also really, like I said in my statement, the propaganda, looking at the way things are displayed here, the news, different media sources, things like that. It's really hard to really see the misconceptions and the information that is presented to us. And so I think that is a big issue that we have as a race. Our information is there, but the propaganda that's reaching the masses is not us. So.
Sante Sana, Sister Queen Ari. Appreciate you. I say, Brother Jabari Shaw.
Yes, sir. Robert, I wrote something a little formal. So just for clarification, just come off the top or read what I put together?
Read what you put together, brother. That's still off the top.
Yeah, we want the best. Go ahead.
I greet you with the holy word, peace. Assalamu alaikum, Hotep, Habibi 48, race first family. I want to start by giving honor to the creator. Some may call him Amun-Ra, some may call him Allah, some may call it Abatala. Some may see him through the manifestation of Jesus. Some may recognize the God in themselves. And if you grew up in my house, you know the Black woman is God. Because my mama say, boy, I gave you life and I could take it about you. Our motto is one God, one aim, one destiny.
Yes, sir.
Let's hold on to our faith, our God, our love for self, and our love for our race. I brought up the religion and things first because Garvey said we must be diplomatic enough to convince them of the Christian policy in the organization and his willingness to support the cause of the Christian religion. If the preacher is won over by contributions and get further assistance by asking to speak to the congregation. In doing so, always arrange that a percentage is raised and given to the church. No preacher should be left until he is consented in some way. And that's to all organizations, not just for preachers. It said, meet him at the church, his homes, his places of business, and talk seriously to them about the program of the organization. Because there's no greater way of the church than to show his willingness to expand its functions of the church by helping the cause of the UNIA. One of the arguments to be used is that by preaching unity, the association is helping the church by getting Negroes to support their own religion, as they should support everything that's Black. Never ceasing your efforts to influence the Negro to join the association until he is joined. So as long as he is out of the UNIA, the work of the uniting all Negroes cannot be accomplished. Always remember that you are a missionary for the cause. So lose no opportunity to make converts to the association. Your chief aim should be to organize every man, every woman, every child. If with all its material and possibilities, you cannot make the UNIA succeed in that community, it is yourself that is a colossal failure, not the people. Garvey taught us about economics. He said, if you had an ambition to do better, don't go into debt to do it. It is better that you save and practice rigid thrift until you can afford what you need. It is, if something is old, don't buy something new just for season's sake. Put more value in the money than in things. Never consume all that you have and expect to climb higher. Never go into business that you don't know about. Never live off the capital of your business if you expect to stay in business. Never give your money away outside of your race. Too often, successful Negro move out the Black community, but they are individualists who think only of their own selfish needs and their children, when the entire race should be seen as their children. It is in the best interest of the race to invest in cooperations and joint operation enterprise rather than sole proprietorships. That way, that one might get the support that they need without risking it all alone. To know the UNIA, you must first read its constitution, its books and laws from cover to cover. One of the fundamental desires of the UNIA is to approach every Negro with the attitude of friendship, brotherhood, and sympathy. Therefore, let every representative of the association adapt an attitude and realization of such a desire. It is taught that cats don't lead cats, nor lions sheep, nor wolves foxes. So Negroes should only lead Negroes and find solutions to the Negro problem. For he tells us about being a great leader. For you to be a leader, you must have followers. You must have superior ability, and you must always be ahead by way of knowledge. If you lose that edge of being ahead by knowledge, you know, that moment you lose the ability to lead. You have to follow, and let other people only follow leaders when there's something superior in them. A leader must have personality. He must be clean, neatly dressed. Hair and teeth should be in perfect order. If you raggedy, people will not trust you. Never show your wealth. Never tell lies. Don't eat in public because they find anything about you. They say, look at how you eat. You know what I mean? Carry yourself with dignity. Don't carry weakness on your face. If your mother died, don't let them know. You keep a smile and you keep pushing. Leaders must always be self-possessed, confident, and self-reliant. People will see that confidence in you and they will follow you. Let every day, every hour, every minute count in your life for something that is done, something that is accomplished. Don't waste time. To waste time is a sin. Time wasted cannot be regained. The best advocate for the UNIA, don't let anybody up. It's best to be the best advocate for the UNIA and don't let anybody surpass you in that.
That's right. That's right.
I say,
Never
brother.
hang out with people who are always discouraged, never well-to-do. Ultimately, you become just like them. And there's something about you that is individual, that nobody else has. Try to bring that out and let that be your individual personality for the which people will remember you. There's nothing someone else has done that you cannot accomplish if you do it and do it right. And finally, I want to say the quote Garvey in this, because he talks about intelligence. And in the first chapter, he says, read good books, and that you keep company with the authors of these books who you may never meet in person. And so it's been an honor, you know, to learn from Baba Akili, Malik, and Krumah, who learned from the Honorable Thomas W. Harvey, who learned from his righteousness, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey himself, his righteousness and his excellency. And so, man, I got tongue-tied a little bit at the end, but I hope that I conveyed the message, because this was a beautiful journey. I started reading the book in 2015 by myself, and then just to learn, you know what I mean, and build with other people that's like-minded was just amazing. And, you know, I thought about what Baba said about the Negro question when he approached Baba Harvey and said, man, I'm not a Negro, you know? So when I met him in Philadelphia, I told him I had a problem with the Negro question. Can we be Nubians or something else? He said, it's only 3 races. He told me back this in 2015 at the HEC in Philadelphia. He said it's 3 races: the Caucasoids, the Negroid, and the Mongoloid. And which one of them do you belong to? I said, I'm a Negro. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it that way until they scientifically change it, as the Bible taught us.
Oh, God.
That's right. That's
Sante
right.
Steiner, my brother. Sister Carla.
My God. Okay. I've forgotten what I was gonna say after that. Okay.
Yeah, Jabari has a tendency to do that to you.
And he took me out of my headspace into his headspace, which is really good. So many things I learned, but the most important for me that stands out is that your everyday walk, your everyday work has to be in improving who you are, and keeping in mind when you're improving who you are, you also think about those people that are your people, our race. When, like, everything I have on today, I bought from somebody Black. When I was singing that song, I was thinking Black brothers and Black sisters. I didn't get to the entire thing because I didn't want to take up too much time, but you have to, in your journey, in your walk, think about everything you do. Literally, your walk, literally what you read, literally how you spend your money, literally what comes out of your mouth. Your thoughts must be projected that you are Negro, African, race first in everything that you do. And that book, every chapter stamps that into your brain. And I will probably, books that I enjoy like that, I'll read over and over again. So I'll be doing that over and over again just to reinforce what I've learned in my everyday journey, reading more and more about Garveyism, reading more and more from other brothers and sisters. Because Garvey said that's what we're supposed to do.
Gotcha. I say, Sister Carla.
That's right.
Sister Connie, the drummer.
Mute.
You're unmuted.
Okay, very good. So a big thing was that Marcus Garvey, to me, was incredibly misunderstood then and now. And he was beyond his time is not even a tenth of the thing I want to say. He was way beyond his time.
You mean before?
Yeah, he was definitely before his time. Yes, Baba. And with that, what they, some of the things that they said about Marcus Garvey was that, you know, he hated white people and this and that. He hated this and he hated that. When the exact opposite true. He loved, what I learned about Marcus Garvey, he is about love. He's about loving us, loving yourself. It is impossible to love somebody else without loving yourself first. It's an impossibility, no matter what anybody says. as to touch on what Carla said, as far as making your community first, giving money to Black people first. Like, for example, there's a brother that if I have any discretionary money, I will go to him first instead of going to Wendy's. Now, to him, and I go to him. A lot of things that we do, when we do to our brothers and sisters, we're like, oh, well, their stuff costs more and this and that. I will pay whatever that brother says his goods are worth.
Yes.
And I will not haggle with him. I will not do that. I will go the extra mile. One time, the reason why I didn't even know about him before is because he closed at 6 o'clock on the dot, and I usually pass that by everybody, but I got off early one time. I said, "Dag it, I'm going to catch him," and he was there. And one time I called him, and he goes, "Oh man, I turned off my my pilots and everything a little too late." I was like, okay. I said, I'll go the extra mile. I will call you and tell you that I'm coming, so you'll say that for me. So
That's
sometimes with our brothers and sisters, you have to, even if it takes extra effort to go to the establishment, do so. It's worth it.
It's yes.
So, but anyway,
Yes.
what I learned about the course is love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. About the course, and that was astonishing to me. That's what I got from it, and the course is about that. And when you love yourself, you can love other people. But my dad said you can't. Well, my dad's Joseph Williams. He was first assistant president general, and actually this course got me to know my dad a little better, who has passed away. And from that, and what he was trying to tell me, and you know how when it comes from your parents, like, okay, Dad, whatever. But then when it's reiterated by somebody else in a different way and comes again, then that's a beautiful thing. He got taught this course through the Honorable Charles L. James. So my dad has gone through, and my mom too. They went through the course, this course. So going through it now is a blessing. Why I didn't go through it before, I don't know. But I'm glad. But there's a time for everything, and everything in its time. So I got more out of it now than I ever would have if just by my mom and dad saying go through it. So the teacher of this course is phenomenal.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I learned a lot from that. So I really, really appreciate that. And I would read after our course, after our time together, I would reread it. That way it gave me the different perspective. Then, you can read the book. I've read the book before. I've read a book years ago, but reading it then and rereading it now and actually going through the course, oh my God, it's in me now. It's like, okay, this is great. That's fabulous. But having somebody teach it, and the teacher, which it is a gift to be a teacher. Mary knows that.
Yes.
And you absolutely have that gift, Baba. And I do really, really appreciate that. I never really got a chance to tell you that. But the book, I reread it and reread it. You get something as small as that book is.
Exactly.
Every word of that book, every chapter is so concise, and it's not verbose at all. Everything is to the point. Okay, and go. So I got a whole lot of it. So I read it, I keep it, and I reread it. And thank you very, very much for teaching the course, Baba. I really appreciate that.
Sanjay Sana, brother Sanjay Sana, to you and your comments and all your gain. My last student is Theresa Thornton, who has a tendency to get busy. Unmute, Sister Theresa. Your turn.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Theresa.
Greetings.
Greetings.
First of all, giving honor to God that's in all of our lives, and giving great honor to my mentors, and starting with Mary Bolter. She tried to get me in years ago, but she was bringing me into something that's awesome. She brought me into an answer to my prayers. I prayed over 10 years ago about God, just place me with some people that think like I do. I know they're out there. I know that we're intelligent. We're awesome. We're great. I give honor to my teacher. I call him teacher, for just being straight up.
Yes, yes.
And straightforward, and giving of his time. Wow, that's huge.
Yes,
but I have to give honor to my ancestors. I know my dad is sitting right next to me right now, and it's mind-blowing to read a book and see your father's words.
Yes.
He wanted to write a book about his experiences. To read a book that just solidified what he was trying to tell me all along. And I'm so glad that I got it. I got it. I'm so glad to be here. God bless me. On my birthday, I made 70. And that's an honor.
Yes, it is.
God gives you the years when so many people are just leaving here.
Yes.
Today is just awesome. I'm so blessed to be among you all. And I hope to meet some of you in person very soon. But Mary Bolter wrote down something I said. Hold on. I'm getting busy, teacher.
You normally do. She normally gets busy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, she quoted me on something I said about our people. God is waiting on the Black man to make his move. We pray, we go to our churches and our temples and our synagogues. We praise him, we sing about him, we give him glory. We're grateful to God in our life, but he's waiting on us to do some work.
That's right.
We gotta get busy.
We gotta get busy.
Everywhere I go, I try to tell a young person what they need to do. Go on and open up your business. Live your dream now. This is a good time. COVID, none of this has stopped the Black man. COVID ain't stopped us. Are you kidding?
All right, Sister Queen.
That's all.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. All of you. Mary, did you have a comment you wanted to make now?
No, I'll make it later.
Okay.
Let's go on with the program.
I ain't touching later. So now where we are is the induction ceremony, which is performed and moved by our Honorable Professor David Horn, our founder. And I putting a lot on him when you say founder, but he is our chief administrator of the University of African Philosophy from the School of Marcus Messiah Garvey, which he's insisting, and we have all taken the charge of building brick and mortar institution in his lifetime. Brother David Horn, the floor is yours. You're muted, David. You got to unmute.
Okay.
There you go.
Graduates, no race is free unless it has a strong nation of its own system of government, and its own order of society. Marcus Garvey said for us to never forget that. I need you, graduates, to repeat after me. I am a Garveyite for life.
I am a Garvey.
Garveyite for life.
I am a Garveyite for life.
I believe in African people.
I believe in
African people.
And African fundamentalism.
And African
fundamentalism.
I will do all that I can.
I will do all that I can.
I will do all that I
Bring a
can.
unified Africa into being.
Have a unified Africa.
I will do all that I can
To unify Africa.
Repeat, David.
No.
by Africa.
I am a Garveyite.
I am a Garveyite.
I will continue to fight to achieve.
I am a Garveyite.
I will continue
to
fight to achieve a unified Africa.
A unified Africa.
Sovereign under African people.
Sovereignty of the African people.
For African people.
For African people.
I will bring Garveyite honor
I will bring Garveyite honor
to this fight. To this fight.
To this fight.
I will not cease until my eyes die from the light.
Die from the light.
Let me repeat that to make sure everybody is with me. I will not cease
Will not cease
until my eyes die from the light.
until my eyes die from the light.
And even then, I will whirlwind from the night.
I will
Doing what has to be done.
Doing what has to be done.
Because it's right.
Because it's right.
From the night.
One God.
One God.
One aim.
One aim.
One destiny.
One
destiny.
Garveyites forever.
Garveyites forever.
Congratulations, graduates.
Yes, sir, David.
Welcome to Garvey Honor Society.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First Assistant President General Singobaye, do you have some remarks?
Yes, man. I'm loving the background that I hear of all those marvelous African children and those voices, because they feel our spirit and I feel their energy. And I just want to say to everybody, one of the most important things in the course of African philosophy, and believe me, it's hard to kind of find one important thing, because there are so many important jewels in the book.
Yes.
But this is very important for you, none of you, to forget. Garvey made it profoundly clear in less than 2 pages that when we leave this life, we continue on to life after life. He said, like an apple falls from a tree, It may not be eaten by you, but it goes back into the soil from which you came.
Yes, it does.
And it's eaten again, meaning it's called karma, life, continuation. And when we say that our ancestors are alive, Garvey was telling us that right there in less than a page, that you just go to sleep because there is a spirit body that lives forever. And when Garvey said, count on him to be the real Marcus Garvey, brothers and sisters, the real Marcus Garvey is more alive today than it was when he blessed us with his ingenious works when he was physically alive. We have to understand that and overstand that, because as our President General, Baba Akili Nkrumah, and myself were engulfed into the course of African philosophy through teachers, we still went through tons of bumps and lumps. I want you to hear that. Tons of bumps and lumps. And there are going to be tons of bumps and lumps on the road because so many of our people are still fast asleep and don't understand that the very cradle of civilization of life came out of the loins of an African Black woman. And Garvey understood that. And Garvey sacrificed his whole life, but he was wise enough and spiritual in tune enough to the Most High to leave us his legacy. And thanks to a Black woman, Amy Jocks Garvey, published The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey while he was still in the tombs of the Atlanta prison. The Philosophy and Opinions started to manifest. And it continues to manifest in the minds of those brothers and sisters who have the integrity, but more so importantly, as Baba Akili so clearly understands, it's not just about what's in your mind, even though as a man thinketh, so is he. As a woman thinketh, so is she. But guess what? Soul power, that section where Garvey broke down the spiritual understanding of Africans of the Most High God. He said that our Most High God was everything, and that a man's mind in tune with God is like a pebble in the sand, a manifestation of God, but cannot be like the real Most High God. So what does that mean? That means every individual needs to be connected to other individuals, which become the creation of the Most High. And when Africans are really awoke and return to our traditional greatness, there won't be no problems that we can't solve. So have no doubt about it. The course of African philosophy, not just the book, it's a spirit. And it's that spirit that Marcus Garvey said. And I heard it. I heard it when the students were talking. The spirit came into them by being taught the course by someone whose spirit came from Garvey into them, into those cubs that they served. And I was one of those cubs like Baba Akili. But we no longer cubs, Baba Akili. As you know, we are lions. And the cubs are still being called on.
Yes,
but
sir.
brothers and sisters, make no mistake about it. You don't separate the leader from the follower. You don't separate the follower from the leader. Because if a leader can lead, he can also follow. Which means when the President General says that we are your obedient servant, it means we will listen to you, we will reason with you, and we will hear you. Doesn't mean we're going to always agree with you, but those things that we do agree on that may help us become stronger in our destiny, and that's what One Africa is all about. That's what the UNIAACLRC2020 is about, brothers and sisters. Whether we are with you tomorrow in physical is not the issue. We will always be with you spiritually, and we are building a structure for all the physical folks that are still caught in mental slavery to get out. So we say, up you mighty race. We will accomplish what we will. Without any further ado, y'all pay attention. Pray for your President General, pray for the UNIA, and pray for yourself. One God, one aim, one destiny.
Asante Sana, sir. Excellent. Race first. Before I leave, Sister Mary, did you have any more comment?
Yes, at this time, before you go into your graduation message, the students have purchased you a little gift. So I want to have the presentation by my daughter, Carla.
PG Akili, what can
Yes.
we say about you that has not been said? We want to let you know how much we appreciate you, how much we've learned from you. If we could do more, there would be gold raining down on you. But what we did do is, we think you'll appreciate it. So we got this walking stick for you.
Ooh.
And we hope that you love it. It will be arriving in the mail.
All right.
So can you see it?
It's beautiful. Yes, I can see it. It's beautiful.
Never take it out and show it to a policeman. He will shoot you.
That. That's right.
Thank you. Asante Sana.
Thank you.
Asante Sana. That's truly marvelous. I look forward to receiving it, and at that point, keeping it with me at all times. I truly do appreciate that. So, but unfortunately, David, there's gonna probably be a whole
PG,
lot of.
I'm sorry, PG. I'm glad
Yes.
you said keep it with you at all times.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens with my staff. But
Yes,
but
I
keep
do.
it with you at all times, PG.
Yeah, but David said don't show it to the police. Unfortunately, they're gonna get to see it too. It's all good. That's all good.
Very good.
Thank you so much. Thank all of the students for your commitment of time. Yes, sir.
The police can see it, but don't have it in your hand when they see it.
Hey, look,
That's the difference.
Dr. Horn, you absolutely are giving good advice to the PG. But PG, what I do when I go through the airports and certain places, I play like I have to have it to walk. So, so keep it like David said. Don't hold it up. Put it down, and like it's helping you. Only
There
pick
you
it up
go.
on a security tip. Only pick it up when you got to use it.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Sante Sana. I appreciate all the wisdom. I truly do appreciate all the comments from the students. All of you exemplify the value of teaching this course, because we have to continue to push to those who are younger than, and to some that are as old as, the message of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Building a nation is not going to be easy. And Garvey didn't say it was. Garvey was just not the first who thought about it, but the first who manifested it, and bringing together millions of people of Africa, and bringing and striking fear into the souls of the white man. Not one white man, all white men. He struck fear in them because he was organizing us.
Right.
He was raising us to the level of independence. He was raising us to the level of being defined and looked upon as a valuable entity within our race and within the world. He wanted to build the government that spoke to the world for all of us, not just the 5 million or so members, but the millions of African men and women across the world. He wanted us to be unified, to be united on a mission, so that Africa not only would be free, but African people around the world would be free. He wanted African institutions. He wanted an African government. He wanted African businesses. He wanted the Negro, and I'm going to use the terms interchangeable. He wanted the Negro to look upon the world and say, I can do what my ancestors did before the white man came out the caves.
Right.
That's the mission. He wanted us to relate to the principles of Ma'at in order to understand the philosophy that he put forward. As you studied the course and we challenged the questions, the exchanges, I thought were fantastic.
Yes.
Because I think that's how you learn.
Yeah.
You don't learn just by reading, you learn by interacting with someone who has an understanding that may be better than yours in the beginning, but not as good as yours at the end. Because we are always students.
Yes.
A good teacher is a good student.
Yes.
A good leader is a good follower.
Yeah.
Marcus Messiah Garvey planted a foundation, and he said to the world, Africa will be free. We said Africa must be free. Garvey said Africa will be free. Will be free. We also, as a part of this graduation, will say to the world that we will exonerate the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey of any crimes committed in this country and or Jamaica. And reason we will acquit him and exonerate him is because we know the court system was foul. We've seen it too many times. There's just recently an incident in Minnesota, 2 people fighting, 1 black, 1 white. Police set the white guy down, say, take a chill pill, knelt on the back of the 14-year-old black male child, handcuffed him, stood him up, and treated him like he was nothing. We will turn the world upside down by no longer allowing and accepting that. But we will do it better when we build our own nation, and they have to look upon us as they look upon others. I want you to take a moment to look at the state of the world. White man versus white man over another white man. I have not seen a white man fight a white man over a black man yet, because if they did, there would be movement on the continent of Africa in order to make sure we would be okay. They don't give 2 craps about us being okay. Garvey said, up you mighty race.
Right.
You can accomplish what you will. He didn't say depend on others. He said accomplish what you will. So I'm honored to have had the opportunity to teach you. I'm honored to be a part of the Institute of African Philosophy under the leadership of David Horn, under the UNIAACLRC2020, because we go forward together. Kwame Nkrumah said, forward ever, backward never.
Yes.
Backward never. So Asante Sana to all of you. My dearest appreciation to Dr. Chinzara for the work that she did in order to put the Zoom together, and also to Brother Zama and for the flyer, and Brother Heru for his participation, and Baba Mosey, and for those of you who are on the call that came to be supportive. Sister Beverly, I see you as well. I don't want you to think I didn't see you. There's a Georgia Johnson. Sister Ania, thank you for coming on. Don't know when you got here, but I appreciate your presence. So now, where's my sister Queen? It's time for our national anthem.
Wow.
Okay, give it put up. Nice flyer.
Wow. I like that flyer.
It's very pretty.
I
Yeah,
love the flyer.
very good.
Mm-hmm.
We're just waiting for the national anthem, y'all. Here it comes. Nope, that's the flyer again. Okay. And no, I'm not going to ask you to sing it either.
Oh, I love Garvey.
Carla.
You can sing with the music if you want. Ethiopia, the land of our fathers, the land that God loves. Now trials at night
suddenly gathers, oh, armies come rushing to thee. We must in the fight be victorious when swords are thrust outward to gleam. For us will the victory be glorious when led by the red, black, and green. Advance, advance to victory, let Africa be free. Advance to meet the foe, advance to meet the foe, with the might of the red, the black, and the green, with the might of the red, the black, the dim past has spoken, Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hand. By thee shall all fetters be broken, and heaven bless our dear motherland. Advance, advance to victory, let Africa be free. Advance to meet the foe, advance to meet the foe, with the might of the red, the black and the green, with the might of the red, the black and the
Wow. And Asante signing for muting me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Amato.
Heard you, Georgia.
I heard you, Georgia.
Amato.
One
One
God.
Right, raise your
One
right hand,
God.
your right fist. One God,
One
One
God.
God.
one aim,
One
One
aim,
aim.
one destiny.
one
One
destiny.
destiny.
Congratulations, Asante Sana.
Race first.
Race first.
Race first.
Race first.
Peace and peace and blessings, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Honor Society.
Congratulations, congratulations all.
Congratulations all.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Tabari, for everything.
Hey, you know what? It wasn't easy neither.
No, it wasn't.
To meet the foe with the might of the red, the black
power, brother.
and the
Black powers.
green.
All right, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the evening. It's a beautiful day out here in the Bay, and it's a
For
pleasure.
us, Chief Black. Have a good day for us too. Out there in the
Thank
sun by the ocean. Mhm. Great.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day on the dock of the Bay.
I see.
All right.
Yeah, we see it.
Peace, y'all. See you later.
Hey,
Peace.
hey, Bob, I just
everyone.
pulled up on the Liberty Hall if you want to take a look at it.
Say that again.
I just pulled up on the Liberty Hall in Oakland.
Oh, wow. I'd like to
Trying to
see
let y'all take a look at it.
Yeah, Barry.
I can't flip my camera.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow.
Go ahead, flip your camera.
Just
Trying to figure out how to flip my camera. Can y'all see?
Okay. Is that the
Mhm.
Liberty
Yeah, I
Hall?
was over there the other day. The
Liberty
building,
Hall.
the UNIA flag is still on there.
Wow.
The Oakland Liberty Hall.
oh yeah.
Flag still hanging. Can you
We
see it?
hope to get that back
Yes.
someday, so we can
Okay.
really start getting networking through there. Thank you, Jabari, for showing them that.
Yeah.
We really want to get in there and start networking.
How tall it is.
All right.
That's
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I just wanted to share that, man, for graduation. I got this event I'm about to go wrap right now. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.